This is 91.3 FM, WCW in Worcester, Massachusetts, with a recorded interview with the director of a new horror movie recently released from Anchor Bay, Thomas L. Phillips, on the show with us to talk about his movie Sanctuary, Quite a Conundrum. Thank you for coming on the show with us, Thomas.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me. Looking forward to it.
Tell the audience a little bit about what Sanctuary, Quite a Conundrum is about, for anyone not familiar with the movie.
Sanctuary, Quite a Conundrum is a movie about, honestly, a movie about normal people being put in a situation to where they have to react. I just wanted to create a movie that was very much, I believe that anybody is capable of anything being put in the right or wrong circumstances. So I wanted to take these normal, average people and put them in a situation where they had to react and defend themselves and learn that they were more capable of horrific acts than they ever thought that they were. So, but I did it in it's very much a dark comedy. I've always considered it a dark or black comedy. But then it entered more into the horror world, and, they have to label movies and give them a specific genre in order to sell them or market them. So that's how it ended up in the horror category. It does have horror elements, but it's definitely a twisted black comedy, more along the lines of something like American Psycho.
Now, you made this movie back in 2012, but it's 2014. What was the delay in having it released?
Well, the movie was made in 2012, and, this is a low-budget indie film. I mean, it looks slick, but, small budget. There are no, name celebrities in it. There's no name producers or, even a name director behind it. So when you made the movie, we made a quality movie, but it wasn't anything that, had a distributor behind it or had any, anything going for it except, a good movie. So we ended up using the festival circuit and playing, film festivals, and that is how we finally got the movie recognized. So once it was out there on the circuit, spent, 2 years playing festivals, winning awards. It played 36 festivals. It ended up with 33 nominations and took home 17 awards. And it was the accolades and the recognition it got on the film festival circuit that finally got distributors interested in actually releasing the movie. So that was the delay. We had to go the old film festival route to get the recognition that the movie deserved.
You've also worked on other horror movies like Special Dead and... I'm assuming that's the only horror movie on your list?
Yeah. This is my fourth feature. The first movie was definitely a horror comedy called Special Dead, about not a very PC horror movie. It's about a camp for the mentally handicapped that gets invaded by zombies. So therefore, you end up having mentally handicapped zombies, which is kind of a oxymoron of itself. So it's fun to do a horror comedy like that. Just make a bunch of people mad, and it kind of became this underground cult classic. And still to this day, it's a movie that people usually bring up when they interview me or talking to me about my work. And then after that, I stepped into a couple more. I did a couple of dramas, and then I decided to get back into the horror world, which is something that I'm a fan of horror, and horror fans are, in my opinion, the most avid and loyal fan base that you will ever have. Like, they love their movies and they will seek them out. They will do anything to find them. And I love the horror fan base. And, I basically wanted to kind of come back home with this movie because that's where my heart lies, is just making messed up, screwed up horror movies that these audience members love.
What are some of the tactics you've had to utilize in order to get your film made and on time and under budget?
Oh, some of the tactics I use a lot is, people write these screenplays, these independent filmmakers, and they want to get their stuff made, and they want somebody to produce it. And they have, all these giant budgets and locations, and I like to write around what I have. Like for Sanctuary, Quite a Conundrum, I knew I had this awesome house with a swimming pool. I knew that I had this equipment for this many days. So, I my fingertips. And I think it's a beautiful way about going, making a movie, utilizing, what you had. And, a lot of shortcuts you have to make when you're trying, I have this much money for the budget, and I'm trying to come in under budget. So, where does the money go? We don't have all the nice, equipment and toys. So you come up with far more creative ways to shoot certain things. But I think at the same time that allows you to be more creative as a director. It forces you to find, cool ways to shoot stuff and to come in under budget, instead of having everything at your fingertips. I think there's a great thing about shooting independent film that forces you to be creative. And, you try to stay under budget just by, not having as good as food on set. You don't, and unfortunately you can't pay the actors and the crew members or what they're worth. So it's always a hurdle, trying to figure all that out. But, it's part of indie filmmaking. It's part of getting your story told. And so when you're making an indie film, literally every part of the process is a hurdle and a struggle just to even get the movie made.
Have you ever thought about making a movie and trying to get it funded on like a crowdfunding website?
I have. My third feature, Where I Begin, we used crowdfunding, and it worked. It was successful to a point. We were able to get some money for it. And would I go back there again? Maybe, but when I went to shoot Sanctuary Quite a Conundrum, I had just used crowdfunding right before that on another feature, and just the way I think, I didn't want to abuse that. I was asking for money again to help make a movie, so, I was thinking about maybe I'll save that for, a future movie. I love crowdfunding. I think it's a great thing. I also think that it is quite often abused by people looking for money, and that's an argument how you have all these celebrities that are millionaires that have all this money, yet they're using crowdfunding to make their movies when they could easily fund them themselves. So, love-hate relationship with crowdfunding.
What's the next movie that you're working on?
I'm working on a script right now. This one is a straight horror serial killer movie. I've done the black comedy and the horror comedy, but I want to do a straight horror movie. And I've always one of the confidence I've always got as a filmmaker and a storyteller is my female characters that I write. And I've always been very interested in a serial killer, a female serial killer, and I'm also very aware of the fetish and S&M world here in Los Angeles, and I'm very associated with it. And it's always kind of bastardized and shown this one way, in the way Hollywood portrays the fetish community. And I want to show the real fetish community in a movie, and there's a serial killer, a female serial killer who is offing members of the fetish community. It's very much a revenge serial killer story, but from a female serial killer. And at the same time, I'm setting it up. I want it to become kind of want to do a franchise. I know in writing this that I want to do sequels, that I wanted to kind of carry on. So it's kind of it's an interesting thing to take off of me because I've never thought about something like that before, and I'm excited to freak people out, make people aware of certain communities, and scare the hell out of people.
Cool. Well, that sounds that sounds really awesome. The movie Sanctuary is out now on DVD from Anchor Bay, correct?
Midnight releasing. They would kill me if you gave Anchor Bay credit. No, the movie came out on the 26th of August. I've been very excited. Like I said, this is my fourth feature, but this is the first one that is having such a huge release. We are on DVD. You can go to your local Walmart, Target, Best Buy, and see the movie on the shelf and grab it, which is amazing to me. It's even for rental at like Family Video and other chains, but it's also you can rent or stream or download on iTunes, Amazon, Vudu. It's literally everywhere, and it's something as a filmmaker and a storyteller that, we might try to act cool, like, oh, we don't care, but you want people to see your damn movies. And I'm excited that this is the first movie I've ever got released that was literally in every market, and that includes worldwide, from Germany to Russia, China, it's Australia, it's everywhere.
Cool.
And it's a great feeling to know that my movie's out there and that anybody that wants to see it can actually see the damn thing now.
Good, good. Well, we wish you all the best of luck with your next feature, Philip, and we look forward to having you on the show again in the future sometime.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Anytime, you just let me know.
Thank you very much.